Good day, everyone. It's another learning day. It's me again, your teacher, Marlene Nuno, and we are going to discuss on this video lesson about the topic using trigonometric ratios to find the missing side of right triangle. Let us start. But before we start, let us have a recall of the 6 trigonometric function. So the SOHCAHTOA, which is the acronym, is used to easily memorize the trigonometric function. Let us have this figure. Again, we have the sine theta is opposite side over the hypotenuse. So this is pertaining to A over C. While the cosine theta is described as adjacent side over the hypotenuse, or B over C. And the tangent theta, which is the opposite side over the adjacent side. So in the figure, it represents A over B. Now, for the reciprocal of these functions, let us have cosecant theta, which is the hypotenuse over the opposite side, or C over A. Then the reciprocal of cosine is secant. So secant theta is hypotenuse over adjacent side. So this is represented as C over B. And of course, the reciprocal of tangent is the cotangent. So the cotangent theta is described as adjacent over the opposite side, or it is B over A. Now let us start solving our right triangle using trigonometric ratios. Let us have our first example with this figure. Solve the right triangle with C is equal to 39 centimeters and alpha is 40 degrees. So analyzing our problem, the missing parts are the angle beta, the sides A and B. So looking now at the figure, since this is a right triangle, we can say that angles alpha and beta are complementary. So to find beta, we are going to subtract the given alpha to 90 degrees. Therefore, 90 minus alpha is the same as 90 minus 40 degrees. Therefore, beta is equivalent to 50 degrees. Now, another required in our problem is to find our side A. So to find this, looking now at alpha, which is our given, this is opposite of alpha. And we have C as the hypotenuse. Therefore, opposite over the hypotenuse is pertaining to sine function. So sine alpha is equal to A over C. And by substitution, sine 40 degrees is equal to A over 39. And then, to have the cross multiplication, so we have 1 times A is A, and 39 times sine 40 degrees. Then, getting now the value of sine 40 degrees using calculator, it is equivalent to 0.6428. And multiplying to 39 will give us approximately is 25.07. Now another required in our problem is to find side B. So looking at side B, this is adjacent to our alpha. So we are going to use the function cosine. So cosine alpha is B over the hypotenuse C. So by substitution, cosine 40 degrees is equal to the required B over 39 which is the given hypotenuse. So by cross multiplication, we will get 1 times b is b, and 39 times cosine 40 degrees. So getting the value of cosine 40 degrees using calculator, we will get 0.766, and multiplying this to 39 will give us approximately 29.87. Now let me give you another problem. Triangle BCA is a right angle at C. If the hypotenuse C is equal to 23 and the base B is equal to 17, let us find angle A, angle B, and side A. So again, the missing parts are angle A, angle B, and side A. So to find our side A, looking at our given, the base and the hypotenuse are the given, so we are asked to find the altitude. So to find the altitude, we can use our Pythagorean theorem, where A is equal to the square root of c squared minus b squared. And by substitution, A is equal to the square root of the square of 23 less the square of 17. So simplifying, the square of 23 is 529 and the square of 17 is 289. And then subtracting 529 minus 289 will give us 240. Then if we're going to factor this is the same as the square root of 16 times 15. And we all know that 16 is a perfect square. Therefore, we have 4 square root of 15. But to make your life easier, you can use the calculator to find the value of the square root of 240. So approximately, the value of A is 15.49. Now, let us proceed to another required in the problem, which is to find our angle A. So, to answer this, we are going to use the function cosine, since angle A in the figure adjacent to this is our base. And of course, we have the hypotenuse. So, by substitution, cosine A is equal to the adjacent 17 and the hypotenuse 23. Then simplifying 17 by 23, that is 0.7391. So using your calculator, by pressing shift cosine, then the value 0.7391, then equal sign will give us. So if the required is in terms of complete degrees, minutes, and seconds, the answer will be 42 degrees, 20 minutes, and 43 seconds. But if you are asked to give your answer in degrees and minutes, so looking now at seconds, we have 43 seconds. If that is more than 30 seconds, you are going to add 1 to our minute. So since 43 is more than 30, let us add 1 to 20. So that becomes 42 degrees and 21 minutes. Or in some cases, the required is just the degrees. So what you need to do is to look at the minutes. If that is more than 30, you have to add 1 degree. But in this case, since 21 is less than 30, so our degrees is retained. So our angle A is 42 degrees. Now another required in our problem is to find angle B. So find this, there are two possible solutions. Let me show you the first one. So using our sine function, using our angle B, so sine function is opposite over the hypotenuse. So the opposite of our angle B is the base 17 over the hypotenuse C. Then dividing 17 by 23 will give us 0.7391. Then using your calculator to find our angle B, so we have angle B is shift sine the value 0.7391. Then the answer will be, so in terms of degrees, minutes, and seconds completely, will give you 47 degrees, 39 minutes, and 17 seconds. Or, if the required is just the degrees and minutes, so looking now at our seconds, it is only 17. So, therefore, we have to retain our minutes. So, angle B is 47 degrees and 39 minutes. Or, if this is in terms of degrees, the final answer that we have is angle B is 48 degrees, since 39 minutes is more than 30. Now the other way to find angle B, so this is the second possible solution that you may use, is by subtraction. So this is the obtained value for angle A in our previous discussion. So remember that angle A and angle B are complementary. Therefore, we can find angle B by subtracting the value of angle A. So here we have 90 minus 42 degrees, 20 minutes, and 43 seconds. So since it is impossible using now this pattern, so we are going to borrow 1 degree, and that is equivalent to 59 degrees and 60 minutes. Now we can solve them one by one. So 89 degrees minus 42 degrees will give us 47 degrees. Then 59 minutes minus 20 minutes is 39 minutes. And of course, 60 seconds minus 43 seconds is 17 seconds. So we have angle B is 47 degrees, 39 minutes, and 17 seconds. If you are required to have your answer in complete set of degrees, minutes, and seconds. Now, if the required is in terms of degrees and minutes, so similarly, you're going to borrow 1 degree, and this becomes 89 degrees 60 minutes. So subtracting our obtained value, which is 42 degrees and 21 minutes, will give us, so one by one, 89 degrees minus 42 degrees will give us 47 degrees. And 60 minutes minus 21 minutes is 39 minutes. So angle B is 47 degrees and 39 minutes. And lastly, of course, angle B is 90 minus 42 degrees is very easy, as angle B is 48 degrees. Now let me give you another example. So given the figure, find side A, side B, and angle B. So to find our side A, we are going to use the function sine, because we have the reference angle 58 degrees, and A or side A is pertaining to its opposite. And then 27 is our hypotenuse. So opposite over the hypotenuse is sine function. So sine 58 degrees is equal to A over 27. Then again, to have the cross multiplication, so So we have 1 times A is A, then 27 times sine 58 degrees. Now, what is the value of sine 58 degrees using your calculator? Okay, we will obtain 0.848. And multiplying this to 27 will give us 22.9. So, side A is approximately 22.9 units. Now, let us have our side B. So, using the same solution, using the function, we have the cosine. Cosine 58 degrees is equal to the adjacent, which is B, over the hypotenuse, which is 27. Then, again, by cross multiplication, we have 1 times B is B, and 27 times cosine 58 degrees. So, getting the value of cosine 58 degrees will give us 0.5299. And multiplying this to 27, our value for B is approximately 14.31. And now, for the last one, to find angle B is equivalent to 90 degrees minus 58 degrees. So our angle B is equivalent to 32 degrees. Well, I hope you learned in our discussion. If you have any questions, just raise your question in our chat box. So again, thank you for watching. God bless everyone.